Hi, I'm Aitana. The one thing you should know about me is that I'd do anything for my daughters. Emma and Sophia are my whole world. They have been since my ex walked out when Sophia was just 6 months old. For 3 years, we've been this little team of three, figuring life out together. Tana, you're still coming for dinner Sunday, right? My brother Marco's voice crackled through my phone speaker as I loaded groceries into my trunk. Wouldn't miss it. The girls have been talking about seeing Uncle Marco all week, I said, slamming the trunk closed. Valerie's cooking, I assume? You know it. Her famous lasagna. He paused. She's really excited to see the girls. Something in his tone made me hesitate. Everything okay with you two? Yeah, Val's just been down lately. The fertility treatments didn't take again. I sighed, genuinely sympathetic. I'm so sorry, that's gotta be hard. It is what it is. Seeing Emma and Sophia always cheers her up, though. Sunday arrived, and as we pulled up to Marco and Valerie's suburban home, Emma bounced in her car seat. Will Aunt Val have cookies again? She asked, eyes wide with 5-year-old excitement. Probably, sweetie. She always does. Valerie greeted us at the door, her smile bright but her eyes tired. There are my favorite girls. She knelt down, arms open wide as Emma and 3-year-old Sophia rushed into them. Val, you look exhausted, I said after the girls ran off to find Marco. How are you holding up? She straightened, brushing invisible lint from her perfectly pressed pants. I'm fine, just, work's been crazy. Marco mentioned the treatments. I don't want to talk about that, she said sharply, then immediately softened. Sorry, it's just hard. Seeing you with your girls? She trailed off. I get it. Do you? Her eyes locked with mine, suddenly intense. Do you really understand what it's like to want something so badly and watch someone else have it so easily? An uncomfortable silence fell between us, broken only when Marco appeared with the girls. The dinner went smoothly enough, though I caught Valerie staring at my daughters several times with an expression I couldn't quite place. When it came time to leave, she hugged each girl for just a beat too long. Auntie Val, you're squishing me, Emma giggled. Sorry, sweetie, I just love you so much. 2 weeks later, Lucia's panicked voice woke me at 3 a.m. Aitana, I just got to your house. There's police everywhere. What happened? I sat bolt upright in bed, confused. I was at a hotel for a work conference 2 hours away. What are you talking about? I'm not even home. Where are Emma and Sophia? They're with Cold realization washed over me. They're with Marco and Valerie. They offered to watch them while I'm away. Aitana, your neighbor called me. Your house has been broken into. My heart stopped. Lucia, call Marco right now. Tell him I'm on my way. I threw my things into a suitcase, hands shaking as I dialed Marco's number. No answer. I tried Valerie's. Nothing. By the time I reached my brother's house, the sun was rising. No cars in the driveway. No response at the door. I called Marco again, straight to voicemail. Mrs. Valerie Fisher checked out yesterday afternoon. The desk clerk at the airport hotel told me hours later. She had 2 young girls with her, said they were flying to visit family. That's when I knew. My sister-in-law had taken my daughters. We need to put out an Amber Alert immediately, I told Detective Rivera, pacing across the police station floor. She's taken them across state lines by now. Detective Rivera leaned forward, her dark eyes tracking my movements. Mrs. Reyes, we're working to establish if this qualifies as an abduction. Your brother and his wife are legal guardians, temporary guardians, for 3 days while I was at a conference. Not to take them out of state without my knowledge? I understand your frustration. No, you don't, I snapped, then immediately regretted it. I'm sorry. It's just, you didn't see how she looked at them, how she talked about them, like they were supposed to be hers. Detective Rivera nodded. Have you been able to reach your brother? No, his phone is off, so is hers. I collapsed into a chair. This isn't like Marco. He wouldn't just disappear. Unless he's involved, she said carefully. Lucia burst through the door, face flushed. Aitana, I found something! She thrust her phone at Detective Rivera, who scanned the screen with widening eyes. What is it? I demanded. Flight records, Lucia explained. Marco's credit card was used to purchase 3 tickets to Arizona yesterday morning. Phoenix. My parents have a vacation home in Sedona, I whispered. They gave Marco a key years ago. Detective Rivera was already on the phone. I need to contact Phoenix PD immediately. While she made calls, I tried Marco's number again. This time he answered. Aitana. Where are my daughters? I cut him off, voice trembling. They're safe. They're with Val. Put them on the phone. Now. A pause. I can't do that. What do you mean you can't? Marco, this is kidnapping. It's not like that, he said, voice low. Val she needs some time with them. Time? They're not hers to take time with. They're my daughters. You don't understand what she's going through, he said defensively. The doctors said we'll never have children. Never. Do you know what that did to her? My blood boiled. So that gives her the right to steal mine? She didn't. She did! Where are you? Where's the house? I'm at a hotel, he admitted. Val and we had a fight when I realized what she was planning. I didn't know Aitana. I swear I thought it was just a little trip. Then help me find them, I pleaded. This isn't right and you know it. Silence stretched between us. Marco, please. Emma and Sophia must be so scared. The address, he finally said. I'll text you the address. When I hung up, Detective Rivera was watching me. We've got them, she said. Local police are on their way to the house now. I've booked you on the next flight to Phoenix. Lucia grabbed my hand. I'm coming with you. 6 hours later, we stood outside a clay-colored house in the desert, police cars lining the street. Mrs. Reyes? A Phoenix officer approached. We have a situation. Mrs. Fisher is refusing to open the door. She says she'll only talk to you. The Arizona sun beat down as I approached the house, Detective Rivera and a local officer flanking me. My heart hammered against my ribs. Valerie, I called through the door. It's Aitana. Open up. Silence. Then the click of a lock. The door opened a crack, revealing Valerie's red-rimmed eyes. You came alone? She asked, peering past me. No, the police are here. You know this can't continue, Val. She laughed, a brittle sound. Come in, just you. Detective Rivera shook her head. Mrs. Reyes shouldn't... It's okay, I interrupted. My daughters are in there. I stepped inside, and Valerie locked the door behind me. The house was cool and dim after the bright desert sun. Where are Emma and Sophia? Napping. They're fine. Valerie gestured to the couch. Sit, please. I remained standing. I want to see them. You will. But we need to talk first. About what? How you kidnapped my children? My voice rose despite my efforts to stay calm. Valerie flinched. I didn't kidnap them. I'm their aunt. I was taking care of them. By fleeing the state? By turning off your phone? By hiding out in my parents' vacation home? I just needed some time with them, she said, voice soft. To feel what it's like. What's like? To be their mother? Her eyes met mine, desperate and pleading. You don't know how lucky you are, Aitana. You have everything I've ever wanted, and you don't even appreciate it. Don't appreciate it? They're my life. Then why were you at that conference instead of with them? Why do you work 60-hour weeks? Why do you leave them with babysitters and daycare and... Because I'm a single mother who has to support her family, I shouted. Because that's what responsible parents do. I could give them everything, Valerie countered, stepping closer. A stable home, 2 parents, financial security. They wouldn't want for anything. Except their real mother. She flinched as if I'd slapped her. I would be a good mother to them. That's not your decision to make. It could be, she whispered. We could work something out. You could visit whenever you want. I stared at her, incredulous. Visit? My own daughters? Val, this has to stop. Now! You don't understand what it's like, she said, voice breaking. 5 rounds of IVF, 3 miscarriages. The last one? I was 5 months along. We had named him already. Despite everything, my heart ached for her pain. I'm sorry for what you've been through. Truly. But Emma and Sophia are not the answer. They could be, she insisted. They love me. Emma asked if she could call me Mom yesterday. The words hit like a physical blow. She what? I told her no, of course, Valerie backpedaled. I said I'm Aunt Val, but she wants to. They both do. Stop it, I hissed. Just stop! I'm sorry, but it's true. I can give them what you can't. Which is what exactly? Stability, consistency, a mother who's actually present. I am present. When it's convenient, she shot back. When work doesn't need you, when you're not exhausted, when… Mommy? We both turned. Emma stood in the hallway, rubbing sleep from her eyes. Baby, I breathed, rushing to her. I scooped her up, burying my face in her hair. I missed you so much. We're on vacation, Emma said sleepily. Aunt Val says we're having an adventure. Valerie stepped toward us. Emma, sweetie, go back to your room for a minute, okay? Mommy and I are talking. No. I held Emma tighter. Where's Sophia? Still sleeping, Emma answered. Can we go home now? I miss Sparkles, her stuffed unicorn. Yes, baby, we're going home. I looked at Valerie. This ends now. Where's Sophia's room? Valerie blocked the hallway. You can't just take them. We haven't finished our discussion. There is no discussion. They're my children. I could be good for them, she pleaded, voice desperate now. Please, Aitana, don't do this. Step aside, Valerie. Or what? Her voice hardened. You'll call those cops waiting outside? Have me arrested? What do you think that will do to Marco? To your family? You should have thought about that before you took my daughters. Her face contorted. I'll fight you for them. I'll tell everyone what a neglectful mother you are. The door burst open. Detective Rivera stood there, weapon drawn. Police! Step away from the child, Mrs. Fisher. The charges are kidnapping, custodial interference, and child endangerment, Detective Rivera explained as we sat in the Phoenix police station. Sophia slept in my lap while Emma colored quietly beside me. What happens now? I asked, stroking Sophia's hair. Mrs. Fisher will be extradited back to face charges. Your brother is cooperating fully. Claims he had no knowledge of her plans until they were already in Arizona. Do you believe him? Detective Rivera's expression remained neutral. That's for the courts to decide. His statements have been inconsistent. Lucia brought over cups of water. The social worker says the girls seem okay. No signs of trauma. They think it was a vacation, I said bitterly. They don't understand what happened. A uniformed officer appeared at the door. Mrs. Reyes, your brother is asking to speak with you. I looked at Detective Rivera, who nodded. We'll watch the girls. Marco sat alone in a small room, head in his hands. He looked up when I entered, face haggard. Aitana, I'm so sorry. I swear I didn't know what she was planning. I sat across from him. But you didn't stop her once you figured it out. I tried. That's why I was at the hotel. We fought about it. Yet you didn't call me. Didn't call the police. Just let her keep my daughters. He looked away. She's my wife. And they're my children. The weight of his betrayal crushed me. How could you, Marco? You don't know what it's been like, he said, voice cracking. Watching her fall apart after each loss. The depression, the obsession with having children. So you let her steal mine? I didn't let her. You enabled her. You stood by while she took them across state lines. You lied to me. He leaned forward, desperate. She needs help, Aitana, not prison. She's sick. That's not my problem. She took my children. She's family, your sister-in-law. Not anymore. His face fell. What does that mean? It means I'm pressing charges, full charges, and I never want to see either of you near my daughters again. Aitana, please. She made a mistake. We can work through this as a family. I stood up. There is no we anymore, Marco. You chose your side when you helped her hide my children from me. I'm begging you, he pleaded. If you do this, it will destroy her. Destroy us. You did that yourselves. 3 months later, I sat in the back of the courtroom as the judge delivered Valerie's sentence. 5 years, with possibility of parole after 3. Marco received 2 years probation for being an accessory. As the bailiff led Valerie away, she turned to look at me. Aitana, please. Let me apologize. Let me make this right. I gathered my purse, not meeting her eyes. Outside, Lucia waited with Emma and Sophia, who were happily sharing an ice cream cone. How did it go? She asked. It's done, I said simply. Later that evening, as I tucked the girls into bed, Emma looked up at me with serious eyes. Mommy, is Aunt Val in timeout? I sat on the edge of her bed, choosing my words carefully. Something like that, sweetie. Aunt Val did something very wrong, and now she has to face the consequences. Will we see her again? Not for a very long time. Sophia yawned. Good. She didn't have Sparkles or Blanky, and she made weird sandwiches. I smiled despite myself, kissing each of their foreheads. I love you both so much. You know that, right? They nodded sleepily. After they were asleep, I joined Lucia and Detective Rivera, now just Sophia, off duty on my porch. The security system installation is complete, Sophia said, and the restraining order is in place against both of them. Thank you for everything. Lucia handed me a glass of wine. How are you feeling? I looked through the window at my sleeping daughters. Like I can finally breathe again. Marco called me, Lucia mentioned cautiously. He wants to meet. Says he has things of yours from your parents' house. Tell him to mail them. Sophia leaned forward. You know, in my years on the force, I've seen a lot of families try to reconcile after something like this. This isn't like that, I said firmly. Some bridges, once burned, should stay that way. Are you sure you can maintain that? They're still family. Family doesn't take your children. Family doesn't betray your trust. Family doesn't put their desires above your children's safety and well-being. I took a deep breath. My family is in that room, sleeping. The rest is just people I used to know. We sat in silence for a moment, the weight of my words settling around us. What's next for you? Lucia finally asked. We're moving. Fresh start. The girls and I are looking at houses in Colorado next month. That's far? That's the point. I smiled, feeling lighter than I had in months. Sometimes the best revenge isn't getting even, it's moving forward and never looking back. What would you do if someone you trusted betrayed you so completely? Would you ever be able to forgive? Or would you, like me, choose to protect your peace by walking away? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories of resilience and new beginnings.